Okay, as promised, I am going to do a makeup video. Actually, it's something I've wanted to do a long time, but I just don't feel comfortable with people seeing me without my makeup. But this is it. Hi. Okay, here we go. The very first thing that I do, see now you didn't know that my face looked like this, but I'm sure most of yours do as well. I have all the wrinkles everywhere, telangiectasia everywhere. Okay, let's get rid of those now. First thing I do is put on a moisturizer. Now I have found that most moisturizers like Olay or Pond's or most of them are either they go on but they don't moisturize your skin and they don't give you the softness and the, I'm making up this word, but it's like a clingability of the makeup that I use. So I use a sunscreen with, it's a sunscreen moisturizer for sensitive skin, and it has SPF 30 plus. Not sure if that means 32 or 35, but plus. This is a little thicker than most moisturizers that you would use, but it stays on and the makeup sticks to it, which is why I prefer this. Plus I get the extra advantage of it being a sunscreen. So I just use it. It takes a little bit of effort to penetrate the skin. So I use like that much. Put my hands together, very white. And then I avoid my eyes and I use my palms because my fingers are not straight and I just find it easier to use my palms, and I do it under my chin, under my nose, certainly on my nose because those are the spots that are the biggest and brightest. So you just rub it in until it's not white anymore. And it dries fairly quickly. And if I have excess, I put it on my neck. When my hair was really short, I put it on my ears because the sunscreen really helps. And there you go. It's not white anymore, but I can still feel it. It's moisturized. Makes my skin feel really smooth. I know a lot of you who are new don't have this flexibility like I have to pinch my cheeks. Believe me, it was years before that came back. There was no pliable skin to pinch, to wrinkle, nothing. So you'll get there. Okay, the next thing I do is sort of pre-cover the spots. I use all Ulta brand makeup because it's not expensive, easy to find. If you don't have an Ulta store near you, you can get it online. The only problem is finding the shade that matches your skin. And I hit and miss a lot. And fortunately with Ulta, they will take back even things that are used and they will exchange it for you. So that's a good thing. Okay, so this is called Full Coverage Liquid Concealer by Ulta. And what I do has a little sponge tip, and I put it on my spots like this. I always start with my nose because that's where the spots are the worst. Okay, so I do that. Then I get a sponge applicator and I just pat it over the spots, and it sort of melts into your skin, and the spots start disappearing. If that first application doesn't help, do it again. Now, most of the time, on a regular average day, I don't even bother with that. I just go straight to my mineral foundation, and it covers enough for me to feel comfortable. But this is an extra added boost. I also put it under my eyes because I didn't get much sleep for the last 2 nights. My reflux was not good. I slept in a chair, and not a recliner chair either. So again, I just pat and try to get some of those dark circles covered a little bit. Now don't forget, this is just like a pre-treatment. I have a few other spots that bother me, and that would be around my eyes, and I have a few lovely ones on my cheek, both cheeks actually. Could you imagine having to try to cover every single spot? I know people who's way worse spots than I do, and I cannot imagine trying to cover every spot. I think it's impossible. Not to mention the fact that I have them on my chest and on my hands and on my arms and some on my legs. But this is like a primer, and it's just something that I use when I'm going out, like, and get dressed up or going out to dinner or stuff like that. And it's just to make me feel better. My husband says he doesn't care. I care. I don't want him to be uncomfortable and not be proud of me. You know, he says there was nothing I can do that will keep that from happening. So that's why I love him. He's the bomb. Anyway, okay. Now, as you can see, the ones on my nose, still not really well covered. I'm going to do one more. Now, this is not like a 5-minute makeup job. This is something you have to, depending on your vanity. And I don't feel like I'm vain doing this. I feel like I want to look presentable for my husband. Really more than for me. I'd go without makeup, which I do at home all the time. Okay, the next thing, I love this brush because it's thick. I can hold on to it. And I also got, this is not an Ulta brand, but I do get it at Ulta. It's called Echo Tool. And the reason I like it is because when you open it, it push-ups. So that when you're done, you just close it and put the top back on. So I really like, I've been using these for so many years, and I like them because they're so thick and easy to hold on to. Okay, so then I go to my foundation. This is Ulta Mineral Powder Foundation. Early on, when I first started getting spots, the first makeup I tried was Derma Blend. And back in the 90s, it was big. It was, and you can only get it either at JCPenney's or Neiman Marcus or places that had makeup bars, those kind of places. It was a lot of money. It was like $40 for something like this. This is like 15. So, and it goes a long way because it's powder. So the Derma Blend was like putting on clown makeup. Thick, thick. I mean, it was like you needed a spatula. Seriously. And it covered everything. And that was great. But it also got on everything. Got on your clothes, got on your towels, got on my husband. I mean, it was terrible. So, after a lot of hits and misses and trying all kinds of brands of makeup, I came to the conclusion that I love powdered mineral makeup. Goes on light and easy, and it lasts a really long time. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Powder. Take my brush. I forget that you want to see what I'm doing. I don't usually hold up my makeup this high. You take the excess powder off the brush. And you start working. I use circular motions. It does what I want it to. By the way, that moisturizer or my sunscreen, it dries pretty quick. So you don't have to worry about getting it on your brush. It's already dry. Now it's up to you, depending on how dark your spots are, how much of this you're going to put on. I usually put on 2 or 3 times. Okay, so as you can already see, these spots are about gone on this side. So, if you compare this side to this side, okay, so these spots are pretty much gone. These are yet to go. And of course my nose, I always do that last because it might need an extra coat. So, continue on the other cheek. I am endorsing Ulta products for my sake. Ulta is not paying me to do this, although they sure can if they wanted to. So make sure you go all the way up to your hairline so it doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. And under your chin, and blend it really well, again, so it doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. If you put too much powder on the brush, it'll spread. It'll get all over your counter and your clothes and everything, so you have to be pretty careful and make sure that you don't overload the brush. So, as you can see, the spots are gone. It's not magic. It's just the way it is. Like I said, I leave my nose to last. Do my forehead. As you also notice, I have no eyebrows. Thank you to all the toxic drugs I took in the 90s. Methotrexate, prednisone, colchicine, D-penicillamine together. I lost all my hair on my entire body, arms, legs, face, eyebrows. And the best part is, it never came back. So I never shave my legs, my arms, my armpits, I mean. No, I don't shave my arms. I do have a little fuzz on my arms, but it's barely noticeable. Even my eyelashes are pretty much gone. Okay, so here we go. My spots, okay, my nose is still there. Well, obviously, the spots are still there, so let's get rid of those. I mean, you see, really, this is simple. This is really easy, and I do this every day when I go out, but not when I'm at home. Get the whole nose, make sure it's even all the way around. You wouldn't believe how many people compliment me on my skin. And I say thank you, but you don't know what I look like without makeup. So there you go. My spots are virtually gone. Or I should say they're gone enough for me to be happy. So, and the good thing about Ulta is you can go there and sample so you can see what your color is. And they have Q-tips and tissues and applicators. You put it on your hand or put it wherever you want because they have testers. That's what I love about Ulta. Okay, eyebrows. I have been painting on my eyebrows for 20 years. I could probably do it with my eyes closed. 1 year, when I had one of my hands had surgery on it, my daughter came to help me, and I told her, and we wanted to go out for lunch or something, and I said, wait, I have to put my makeup on. And she said, how do you put on your makeup with your left hand? And I said, easy. And I proceeded to make eyebrows with my left hand. Excuse me. You can do anything you try. Just try. Don't say I can't do it. Try it. It's a hit and miss. It might not work every time. Just try it. Okay, so basically what I figured out many years ago is that your eyebrow follows a circle right around here. So you have your bags under your eyes. Of course, not everyone does, but I do. And what I do is I picture in my mind a continuous circle around here. So with that in mind, I will start here. And this is just to frame my eyebrow. Just to get a line, okay? So, and it doesn't even have to be perfect because I'm going to cover it. So there you go, a very thin line. By the way, this is not Ulta, it's NYX eyebrow pencil. Great product as well. So I just do a very thin line so that I know where my eyebrow is supposed to be. And then, this is one of my ultra favorites. This is not Ulta, but it's my ultra favorite. Ulta doesn't sell these, unfortunately. But this is called Wonder Drawing. And it's like a crayon. So it's thicker, obviously way thicker than that. And much easier to hold on to. So it looks just like a crayon. And basically, I just go over this line to make it thicker and look more like an eyebrow. There you go. I have an eyebrow. And the other side. Now I like anything, any kind of makeup that looks like a crayon. I didn't bring it in this bathroom with me, but I do have an even thicker crayon. It looks like a real crayon. one of the toddler crayons, the big fat ones. That's an eyeshadow. I'm not going to do eyeshadow and mascara and all that stuff. I tend not to wear it unless I'm getting really dressed up, which since COVID, I think I've done one time. So there you go. And the good part about this is if you don't like the shape, you can use a Q-tip or your finger and redo it. After all these years, I don't get it perfectly right. So that is the magic of my makeup. Not a big deal, but I'm glad I did it, and I'm over. I did it. I'm proud of myself. Anyway, I feel better about myself. I certainly look better than I did with all my spots. And you can too. Some people don't care and they live with their spots and they're okay. I have a friend that had she has lupus and has dark spots, big, round, dark spots. And she calls them her leopard spots. She feels powerful like a leopard, and she has no problem. I mean, they cover her entire body, her chest, her arms, her face, and she just wears them proudly. It's like a badge of courage for her to show who she is with her spots, and I'm proud of her for that. I think it's great that she can do that. I, on the other hand, would rather cover mine. I've tried laser treatments, which were not fun and were painful, and basically they're burning your skin. And my spots came back way worse than they were before my treatment. So I decided after a couple of times that wasn't the road for me to travel. So I take my time and I cover my spots with my makeup. Doesn't take that long. I could probably do it in 5 minutes because I've been doing it for so long. Other people might take you 30 minutes, and that's okay. Some people can get dressed in 5 minutes. I can't, but we're all different. We all have different expectations about our looks, where some are more self-conscious than others. I was certainly way more self-conscious when I was younger. But after having this over 25 years, I am happy with myself. I am blessed that I wake up every morning, that God gives me another day. And I just want to be here to encourage you guys, especially those who are newly diagnosed, and let you know this does not have to be a death sentence. You can live a wonderful, full life with scleroderma. And that's it. That's my makeup demonstration. I hope it helped you. If you have questions, just post them. If I can answer them, I will. So you guys have a wonderful weekend and a blessed day, and I will see you soon. Bye.